Hello everyone, welcome to the GS Waves. Hope you are doing your preparation very well. Today we will discuss some important MCQ of modern history based on the important session of INC. Based on the important session of INC, Indian National Congress. Indian National Congress. Okay. If you like my video and my effort, please like my share and please subscribe my channel and please share with your friends. Okay. Let's come to your first question. The first question is, who founded the Indian National Congress in 1885? As you know, the INC was founded in 1885. Okay, the question is, who founded INC? And the answer is the Allan Octavian Hume, a retired civil servant, founded INC in 1885. 1885. Co-founder was Dinsa Wacha and Dadabhai Naroji. The first session of INC was held in Bombay, now in Mumbai, from December 28 to December 31, 1885. Okay, if I say the first president of INC, first president, the answer is W.C. Banerjee. W.C. Banerjee. Allan Octavian Hume was the founder, but the president was W.C. Banerjee. Okay. Then come to next question. The next question is, where was the first session of Indian National Congress held? Where was the first session of INC? First session of INC. And the answer is Bombay. The first session of Indian National Congress was held in Bombay, now Mumbai, at the Gokuldas Tejpal Sanskrit Mahavidyalaya. Remember this name, Gokuldas Tejpal Sanskrit Mahavidyalaya. Earlier it was held. Earlier it was decided to held in Pune, but shifted to Bombay due to a cholera outbreak. The president was W.C. Banerjee, and the attendance or delegates was 72, and the date was 28 to 31, 1885. Okay. Then come to next question. Who was the first president of INC held in 1885? Here the question is about the president. The president was W.C. Banerjee. W.C. Banerjee in 1885. The full name was Umesh Chandra Banerjee. Umesh Chandra Banerjee. Okay, answer is option C. Date 28 to 31, 1885. President was Umesh Chandra Banerjee. Attendance 72 delegates from across the India. Next question is, who was the first Muslim president of INC? Here the question is about the first Muslim president. First president was W.C. Banerjee, but the question is about the first Muslim president, and the answer is option C, Syed Badruddin Tayyib. Syed Badruddin Tayyib. Okay. Answer option C. Session he presided over the third annual session, which was held in 1887. First was held in 1885, second 1886, and third was 1887. Third annual session of the Congress, and the location was the session took place in Madras. The location was in Madras, now in Chennai. Okay, the year meeting was held in December 1887. Profession: the Syed Badruddin Tayyib was a prominent lawyer and the first Indian to practice as a barrister in the High Court of Bombay. Remember, he was the first barrister to practice in High Court of Bombay. Okay. Next question is, which INC session was presided over by the first English president? George Ewell. The name was George Ewell. Remember, the first English president was George Ewell. And the answer is Allahabad session 1888. It is the fourth session of INC. Allahabad session 1888. Here is the explanation. Allahabad session of INC 1888 was presided over by George Ewell, making him the first non-Indian and the first English president of the Indian National Congress, or INC. Next question is, in which session of INC, in which INC session was the national song Bande Mataram? You all know that our national song is Vande Mataram and national anthem is Jana Gana Mana. Vande Mataram sung for the first time. And answer is option B, 1896 Calcutta session. Here is the exception. Answer B, 1896. Location Calcutta, now Kolkata. President was Rehmutullah M. Sahani. And it was sung by Rabindranath Tagore. But it was composed or written by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay. Remember, it was composed or written by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, but it was the first time sung by Rabindranath Tagore. Okay, and the session was held in Calcutta in 1896, where the national song of India, Vande Mataram, was the first time sung by Rabindranath Tagore. Next is, who was the first president of the Banaras session in 1905? Banaras session 1905. And the answer is option B, Gopala Krishna Gokhale, who is known as the political guru of Mahatma Gandhi. Political guru of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhiji, or the father of the nation. Okay. Key facts about 1905 session. Contest held during the crucial period of the partition of Bengal by Lord Curzon. In 1905, Lord Curzon partition Bengal in West Bengal and East Bengal. And the headquarters of East Bengal was Decca, and the headquarters of West Bengal was Calcutta. And this partition was based on the religion. Okay. Resolutions. The Congress formally proclaimed the Swadeshi movement to boycott British goods. In that time, the INC started a anti-partition movement against the Bengal partition, and that anti-partition movement was the Swadeshi movement, to boycott British goods and adopted Swadeshi or Indian made items. President was Gopala Krishna Gokhale, a prominent moderate. Remember, Gopala Krishna Gokhale was a member of INC from moderate section, and founder of the Servants of India Society. Remember, Gopala Krishna Gokhale was the founder of Servants India Society. Okay. Next question is, which session of the INC saw the formal adoption of Swadeshi, boycott and Swaraj resolution? Adoption of Swadeshi, boycott and Swaraj resolution. And the answer is option B, 1906 Calcutta session. And it was presided by Dadabhai Naroji. Where the Dadabhai Naroji first time adopted Swaraj or said about Swaraj. Here is the explanation. Calcutta session 1906 is the session where Indian National Congress formally adopted the resolutions on the Swadeshi, boycott and Swaraj. December 1906, location Calcutta. President was Dadabhai Naroji. The four resolutions: Swaraj means self-government. Swadeshi, boycott and national education. Remember, national education. Okay. Next question is, in which year did the historic split between moderate and extremists? Moderate is known as Naram Dal and extremists is known as Garam Dal. The question says, in which year moderate and extremists were separated? The answer is option C, 1906, or known as Surat session. Actually, in this session, there was a controversy over presidency between extremists and moderate. First time, extremists demanded to preside over the INC, but moderate denied, and moderate says, we did not give up our seats. Here is the explanation. Answer is option C, 1907 Surat session or Surat split session of the Indian National Congress. President was Rasbihari Ghosh. Remember, in that session, the president was Rasbihari Ghosh. Causes the difference over agitation methods against the British rule. Okay, if you like my channel and my video, please subscribe my channel and please like my video. Please share with your friends. The next question is who was the president of the INC during the 1907 Surata split? Surata split or Surata session, where the extremists and moderates were separated, and the answer is option A, Rosbihari Ghosh. Rosbihari Ghosh. There was a disagreement between the extremist and moderate. Extremist wanted Lala Rajpat Rai or Bal Gangadhar Tilak as the president, but while the moderate successfully chose Rosbihari Ghosh. Rosbihari Ghosh. Next question is in which session or in which IN session was the national anthem Jana Gana Mana first sung? Jana Gana Mana, the national anthem of India, was the first song in which session of INC? The answer is 1911 Calcutta session, and the national anthem was composed by Rabindranath Tagore. Rabindranath Tagore. Remember, national song was composed by Bankim Chattopadhyay, but the national anthem was composed by Rabindranath Tagore. Both the national song and national anthem was adopted by Constituent Assembly on January 24, 1950. 1950 as the national song and national anthem. Remember this date, January 24, 1950. Okay, both the national song and national anthem was adopted in our Indian Constitution by the maker of Indian Constitution or Constituent Assembly Here is the explanation. Answer is option C. The national anthem Jana Gana Mana was first sung at the Calcutta session of the Indian National Congress in 1911. The session was presided by Biswan Narayana Dhar. Composer of this is the Rabindranath Tagore. Next question is in which session of the INC is famous for the reunion of moderate and extremists? Reunion. They were separated in 1907 Surata split or Surata session, but they were reunited in 1916 Lucknow session, or this is known as the Lucknow Pact. A pact was signed between extremist, moderate, and another pact was signed between INC and Muslim League. Remember, another pact was signed between INC plus Muslim League. Okay, you also call it as a Hindu-Muslim unity. Okay, 1916 Lucknow session or Lucknow Pact. It is a historic joint agreement signed between Indian National Congress and All India Muslim League. Which was founded in 1906. INC was founded in 1885, but All India Muslim League was founded in 1906 to demand self-government from the British. Congress reunion, the two factions of the INC, the moderate and extremists, who split during the 1907 Surata session, united after nearly a decade. President was Ambika Chana Majumdar. Remember, this is also important. Ambika Chana Majumdar. Okay. Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Muhammad Ali Jinnah played instrumental roles in bridging the gaps between the political groups. Next question is who was the first women president of INC? Women president. Women means it can be both. Sorry, it can from both India and British or Europe or anywhere from else. The question is about first women president, and the answer is Annie Besant, 1917. If I say the first Indian women president, remember women president was Annie Besant, but remember the first Indian president was Sarojini Naidu. Sarojini Naidu. Remember, do not be confused. First women president was Annie Besant in 1917, but first Indian women president of INC was Sarojini Naidu. Here is the explanation. Annie Besant was the first woman president of Indian National Congress in 1917. Session was held in Calcutta. He was a British socialist, theosophist, women rights activist who supported Indian self-rule. And Annie Besant started Home Rule League in India in 1916 from Madras. Okay. First Indian woman president Sarojini Naidu elected in 1925 at the Kanpur session. Remember, at the Kanpur session, just after the 1924 Belgaum session where Mahatma Gandhi was presided. Next question is, who was the first Indian woman president of INC? Who was the first Indian woman president? The answer is Sarojini Naidu in 1925 at Kanpur session. He was known as the Nightingale of India. Next question is, at which session did Mahatma Gandhi serve as the president of the INC? Remember, Mahatma Gandhi was presided only one session of INC, and that session was held in 1924 in Belgaum, and Belgaum was located in Karnataka. Belgaum session 1924, where Mahatma Gandhi presided over by the INC. Belgaum session, Karnataka. This was the only session presided over by Mahatma Gandhi. Year is 1924. Next question is, the demand for Purna Swaraj or complete independence was officially adopted in which INC session? Remember, the demand for Purna Swaraj was declared by Jawaharlal Nehru. Purna Swaraj means complete independence. The word Swaraj was first demanded by Dadabhai Naoroji. Then in 1916, B.G. Tilak said, Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. Remember, first time 1906, Dadabhai Naoroji said about Swaraj or demanded Swaraj. Later 1916, B.G. Tilak, Bal Gangadhar Tilak said about Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. Then in 1929, at Lahore session, Jawaharlal Nehru said about Purna Swaraj or complete independence. Okay, remember, clear? Here is the explanation. The demand for Purna Swaraj or complete independence was officially adopted in the Lahore session or Lahore resolution of the Indian National Congress. Year was 1929, held in December. President was Jawaharlal Nehru. Significance, the Congress passed the historic Purna Swaraj resolution moving away from the previous demand for dominion status. Earlier, the INC demanded dominion status, but this time they demanded complete independence. Okay, Declaration Day, January 26, 1930 was declared as the first Independence Day of India. Remember, this is very much important. January 26, 1930 was declared as the first Independence Day of India, where the tricolor flag was hoisted on the bank of Ravi River. This date later became India's Republic Day. Remember, January 26 later means in 1950 it became the Republic Day of India, when the Indian Constitution was enacted or implement. Remember, to remember the day of January 26, 1930. Next question is, who presided over the historic 1929 Lahore session where the Purna Swaraj was passed? I just said about it. The answer is Jawaharlal Nehru in 1929. Here is the explanation. Next question is, which INC session authorized Mahatma Gandhi to launch a civil disobedience movement? The question is very confusing. The question is said about to authorized, not launched. Not launched. The which session authorized or give permission to Mahatma Gandhi to launch a civil disobedience movement? Civil disobedience movement. Okay, or by which session Gandhiji got the permission to launch a civil disobedience movement? Okay, the answer is option. Answer is option A, 1929 Lahore session. 1929 Lahore session. Okay. Lahore session. President was Jawaharlal Nehru. The Congress Working Committee CWC was formally granted the authority to launch a program of civil disobedience, including non-payment of taxes at a time and place its choosing, which led to Gandhi's Dandi March in 1930. Next question is, who was the president of the Karachi session 1931? President of Karachi session. The answer is option A, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Iron Man of India. Statue of Unity. Was of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was the president of the Karachi session of Indian National Congress 1931. Key facts: President of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Main agenda was endorsed the Gandhi Union Pact, which was held in 1931. Resolutions adopted a critical resolution on fundamental rights. Remember, fundamental rights and the national economic program. Remember this point. Adopted a critical resolutions on fundamental rights and national economic program. Historical contest held right after the execution of Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev and Rajguru. This session was held after the execution of Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev and Rajguru. Okay. In this session, the Sardar Patel first time demanded fundamental rights or adopted resolutions on fundamental rights. Next question is, which IN session was the first to be held in a village? The answer is option C, Faizpur, 1936. Faizpur session 1937. And the next question is, who presided over the Haripura session of INC? And the answer is option B, Subhash Chandra Bose. Remember, Subhash Chandra Bose presided over the Haripur session in 1938. Okay, Haripura is a small village located in the Surat district of Gujarat. Bose was elected unanimously as the president for this 51st session. Okay. Next question is, Subhash Chandra Bose was re-elected as Congress president in 1939 at the Tripuri session. Why did he resign? Subhash Chandra Bose was resigned from the presidency at the Tripuri session? And the answer is option B, difference with Mahatma Gandhi. Here Gandhiji preferred Pattabi Sitaramaya in 1939. Subhash Chandra Bose defeated Pattabi Sitaramaya. Gandhi declared Sitaramaya defeat as his own personal defeat. Ideological rift grew up over the working committee formation and strategies against British rule. Then Bose resigned in April 1939 due to the lack of support from Gandhi and the old guard. Okay. After that, Rajendra Prasad replaced him. Remember, after that, Rajendra Prasad replaced him and Bose formed the forward bloc within the Congress. And Bose formed the forward bloc within the Congress. Next question is, who was the president of the Indian National Congress during the Quit India movement? The answer is Maulana Abul Kalam Azad was the president of Indian National Congress during the coup d'etat movement in 1942, and the coup d'etat movement was launched in August 1942. He was a Next question is who drafted the Quit India resolution? Who drafted the Quit India resolution? And the answer is option B, Jawaharlal Nehru. Jawaharlal Nehru drafted the Quit India resolution, and then finally Gandhi led the movement starting in August 8, 1942. And Yusuf Meher Ali coined the famous slogan Quit India. Remember, the famous slogan Quit India was coined by the Yusuf Meher Ali. Next question is who was the president of the INC at the time of India's independence? Who was the president of INC at the time of India's independence? Okay, the answer is J.B. Kripalani or Jipotram Bhagwandas Kripalani, popularly known as Acharya Kripalani, was the president of Indian National Congress in August 15, 1947, when India gained independence. Next question is which INC leader famously stated at a session, Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it, and this was stated by B.G. Tilak in 1916. ठीक है, B.G. Tilak 1916, Lokanath Tilak in 1960. Swaraj translated to self-rule or self-governance, which became a foundational slogan for Indian independence movement. So friends, this is for today. Okay, see you next video. Thank you.